This morning, the Trump administration slashing a key intel office. Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard announcing she'll cut her own office's staff by 40%, calling it bloated and inefficient. That just after she revoked the security clearances of dozens of current and former national security officials. Gabbard says they politicized intelligence and failed to protect classified information. But critics say it's just political retaliation from President Trump, with one former intel official describing the indiscriminate list as a, quote, drive-by shooting. And former CIA Director Bill Burns saying it's about breaking people and paralyzing public servants. Our next guest is one of those officials who had their clearances revoked. It's Army veteran and former CIA officer Joel Willett, who joins us now. He served on the National Security Council during the Obama administration. Joel, thank you for joining us. Gabbard says that you and others on this list manipulated or leaked classified intelligence. I want to give you a chance now to respond to that.
Thank you for having me, Ali. I think that's a rich accusation coming from the administration that, conducts military operations via their iPhone apps and things like Signal, first and foremost. Second, I did not have access to classified information in 2019, which is the year that I signed a letter saying that Trump's behavior on a call with President Vladimir Zelensky of Ukraine was highly inappropriate. I was 4 years removed from my time in government, had no security clearance, had no access to classified information during that time. So that's a lie from the director. But I think the comment that you shared about it just being an indiscriminate drive-by shooting is correct. I think this administration doesn't do its homework, and its cruelty is matched only by its incompetence.
Is there any way for you and the others to appeal this decision?
I have no hopes that my security clearance is coming back so long as people like Tulsi Gabbard have anything to do with it. In fact, I think Ms. Gabbard is held hostage by the right-wing fringe in social media. It was a woman named Laura Loomer who first surfaced my name some weeks ago, along with many of the others that you find on that list. So I don't even think that Director Gabbard is making decisions about that. But in terms of recourse, I and I suspect many others will avail ourselves of whatever legal recourse that we have.
I guess the biggest question is, what's the impact here? First, just from a rank and file perspective of folks who are working in the intelligence community, seeing this and the words that you're saying about the Director of National Intelligence, I mean, what's the impact internally?
Yeah, I joined the Army when I was 17 years old, a couple months after September 11th. I moved on from the Army to the CIA, where I served for 5 years. And as you mentioned, on the White House National Security Council, I've been keeping this country safe in some capacity for most of my adult life. And I suspect that's true for many others on the list, some of whom I know and many of whom I don't. What I do know is that I was a private citizen when I spoke out against behaviors of the Trump administration that I found troubling and worrisome. So I think it sends a chilling signal to anybody who wants to stand up against some of the behaviors that we see from this administration, whether you're a private citizen or currently working in the intelligence community. In the halls of the CIA, there's a Bible verse written on the wall. It says, "You shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free." And CIA officers and those in the intelligence community take that very seriously, to speak truth to power. And I think purges like this, like what's happening, are to discourage them from speaking up and speaking truth to an administration that apparently has no interest in it.
Can you talk about the national security implications of this?
It's hard to speculate on exactly how this plays out. I do know that our government needs smart and dedicated people who serve in a nonpartisan way. You mentioned I was at the White House National Security Council. It's important to note I was not there because I was a political appointee for Barack Obama, or because I had donated to Obama's campaign, or for any other reason other than I was a competent CIA officer, when I was joined by competent State Department officials and FBI agents and analysts as well. We were there to serve the country and the presidency, not the president. And so I think that any time an administration makes it clear, as they are with the Federal Reserve Board in your previous segment, and with intelligence officials through this news as well, that they have no interest in the truth, that the only thing they care about is weaponizing the federal government against those who would speak up, it's going to be dangerous for our national security. I suspect it already has been.
Joel Willett, we thank you for your service, and we thank you for coming on with us to talk about this topic.